It is another fresh episode of Mama Billion's Corner. You are welcome. I remain your host, Pastor Mrs. Faith Billions Itako. And today we're going to be having a wonderful topic before us that's going to be exciting, life-lifting. The topic is self-discovery. Just as the name implies, self-discovery. This topic is going to be a life-lifting for you hearing me or listening to me now. It's going to help you in your choice of career. It's going to help you in your choice of marital settlement. Everything you do, self-discovery is going to be of help to you. Today, by the special grace of God, I have a wonderful guest speaker with me. So our guest speaker for today is an academician, is a minister of God's word, is a proprietor of a school. So just sit and remain blessed. So Daddy, can we meet you?
Thank you very much, Mama Billion.
Yes, sir.
I am Prince Moses Adjoto, the proprietor of Better Tomorrow Group of Schools in Igara.
Wow. He's a proprietor of Better Tomorrow Group of School in Nigara in Akoko Edo State. It's one of the best schools in Akoko Edo School. Next month is resumption, and I am telling you, you will not regret taking your children to Better Tomorrow. And as you do that, God bless you. So back to what we are here to talk about, Daddy. We want to talk about self-discovery. And we are doing this topic mainly because of the youth and the teenagers of this generation. So Daddy, please, what is self-discovery?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Let me start by thanking my host, Pastor Mama Billions.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
For this invitation to speak on this topic. To me, it's a great honor.
Thank you, sir.
Viewers, I hope you will be blessed as you listen to this crucial topic, self-discovery. If we look at this topic, self-discovery, we see that it's a topic we can break into two words.
Okay.
We have self and we have discovery.
Wow.
So, self, as I so define it here, is identity, sense of identity.
Yes, sir.
Sense of personality.
Yes.
Who am I? Or who am I supposed to
be?
So that is my short definition of self.
Okay, sir.
Then we have discovery. Discovery is an act of uncovering or revealing something. It is a transformative process that shifts one's perception of self.
Wow.
You can't discover yourself and never remain the same.
Yes.
So as you discover yourself, you are bound to be different.
Yes, sir.
So it's a transformative process that shifts one's perception of self. You know, by the time you discover yourself, you've moved to the next level. You can't remain where you have been.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Wow. You heard that. Our daddy break self-discovery into two. He talk about self, which is your identity. That is you. And he talk about discovery. That is unveiling what you really want to be. So please, I want you to know this, that if you don't discover who you are, you can't be anything in this world. So everything you will be in life is you can trace it down to what? Self-discovery. So self-discovery is a topic you can't do without. You can't do without it. You must discover who you are, and when you discover who you are, you become a better person in your generation. You become a better person in the future. You become a better person to yourself. Yes, you become a better person to yourself. Oh, Daddy, I want to say a very big thank you for this quick, sharp, very direct definition of self-discovery. Sincerely, I almost screamed, but when I remember I'm in the studio, I have to caution myself. So having known what self-discovery is all about, we want to know how can we discover ourselves. Daddy, this is where the problem is. This is where so many youth, so many teenagers are missing it. They don't know how to discover themselves, how to discover who they really are. And I know this particular point or question is going to be a blessing to many youth out there and the teenager out there that is listening to us. So Daddy, please, we want to know, how can we discover ourselves? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ma.
Yes, sir.
Before I go to that question, I want to quickly chip in something. And there will be need for us to know why we should even discover ourselves.
Yes, sir.
Because we discover that most people already have a concept of self as imposed on them by society before they realize who they should really be.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I have a classical example from the scriptures. Moses was in the palace of Pharaoh. He got there by chance. And the palace of Pharaoh then, Egypt was the world superpowers. We can compare Egypt to America today.
Yes.
You can imagine the luxury, the glamour in such a palace. You know, the luxury, the glamour was enough for Moses to be comfortable and just forget about any other thing.
Yes, sir.
But even as he was there, God, being a merciful God, knew that was not the
what he was
full potentials
do.
That this man had to unveil. So he caused a crisis that made him to leave the palace. And along the line, he got to carry out his real assignment. So what am I trying to say? There are many people who are in Moses' shoe today. You know, they are in a wrong career, though to them they think they are succeeding.
Yes,
but meanwhile, if their eyes were open, they should have been able to know that this is really not what God has designed for them. A classical example is the lead pastor of a Calvary Church, Apostle Isaac Billions. You know, if you know this man and you've heard his story, there was a time he was to travel to America and become a lecturer. Thank God for the leading of the Holy Spirit that he didn't go. Just imagine if he was a lecturer in America today. Tell me, the millions of people that he's a blessing to today, would he have been able to be a blessing to them? Today, ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, senators, governors are coming to see him for help. If he were a lecturer in America, there is no how he would have been able to be of help to such caliber of people. So that will tell you that there are some sort of job or career that will seem okay for some people. But if their eyes were open, they will have known that still that is not the ultimate of God in their lives. So we thank God for Moses that God didn't leave him in the palace of Pharaoh. God had to bring him out to actually fulfill his destiny. Now moving to how we can fulfill, how we can discover our destiny and purpose. Yes. We want to break into 3 segments.
Okay.
We have number 1, realization. Number 2, restlessness. And number 3, revelation. When I say realization, how do I mean? You know, it starts with an understanding of or consciousness that things are not the way they should be. Yes. We have a classical example from the Bible, the story of the prodigal son.
Yes.
He was away from his father's house and the life was difficult for him. For a long time, he was comfortable, he was complacent to that situation.
Yes.
Until one day, according to the Bible, it says he came to himself. That is realization. He realized, how can I be here? He said, how many of my father's hired servants have enough to eat and to spare? And here I am perishing. I will arise and go back to my father. So he realized himself and he had to go back to his father. Then let us look at restlessness. You know, sometimes God's mercies would allow some certain experiences to come our way to force us out of our comfort zone to where we should really be. I give an example of Moses. We have another example of the person of Joseph. Joseph had a dream of going to be a great person in the future, but he found himself in Potiphar's house. He was there, he was complacent, he was comfortable until God had to raise his master's wife against him to send him out of that place, and he found himself in the prison. From the prison, he got to the palace, which was the ultimate of God's plans for him. You know, God had to cause those situations to be able to bring him to his destined fulfillment.
Yes.
Then that is scriptural. Then we have, I'll go to the word now, bring a classical example.
Yes, sir.
We have one Thomas Edison. This, when he was young, he was in school. And he wasn't doing well at all. he was always failing. He goes to the school authority, called the parents and said, well, this lad is not a material for school. We are sending him out of school because he is not just good for school. And they threw him out of school. And when I was started selling newspapers for a company, and it was one day, accidentally, set a baggage car on fire by mistake. And the company fired him again. They sent him from school. The company was sending this boy for fired him again.
Fired him again, sent him out.
Yeah, this boy started, trying his hands on electrical things, mechanical things, scientific things. And I tell you, today he's one of the greatest scientists in the world. He invented an electric bulb. So that boy whom school said was not good, who was thrown out of school, who was fired from his company, who would have thought that no hope for him.
Yes,
later became a very great scientist who invented an electric bulb. So that's to do with restlessness. How God can make us restless when we are not in our
place of destiny.
Yeah, that is God. Then we have the third one, revelation. Revelation. Revelation is a personal. Revelation is a personal awakening. Revelation is the discovery of one's true identity. I mentioned reality. Realization and revelation. They're not the same thing.
Yes.
While revelation is the personal awakening, I can tell you that revelation is the discovery of one's true identity. We have Ben Carson. I'm sure we have heard of his story.
Yes.
Ben Carson is a Black American from a very poor family background. In fact, he was trained by a single parent. In fact, the mother, trained him out of penury. Nothing. She had nothing. Struggled to pay house rent and struggled to pay school fees. But this boy wasn't a serious person. He was filling his grade, but he was not reading his books. He was, mingling with bad friends, and he was not doing well in school. The mother had to call him and say, do you even know who you are? Do you know how I have to struggle to train you? What is your problem? And the boy went back, sat down, and thought about what the mother told him, and got a revelation that he ought to be a serious person in life. That was why he went back to school, took his studies serious, read his books. If you've heard of a surgeon who operated a set of twins born with their heads joined together, it's Ben Carson. He operated a set of twins with their heads joined together, and he was successful. And the operation was very successful. That is, you can't surgeons in the world. Before you count 3 first, you will mention Ben Carson. That was a boy who wasn't serious from the beginning, who was almost, reaching off. But because he got a revelation of who he should be by what the mother told him, he, packaged himself and became successful. So we can also become successful by revelation. We also have another classical example. I cannot but refer to the lead pastor of Africa Calvary Church, Apostle Billions. This man, after he left university, was in Lagos doing his IT, and he got a revelation that he ought to come to his village to lead the church he attended. And this was the time that the company just got a very big contract. Of which he was instrumental to.
Yes, told us 14 billion.
Yes, 14 billion. And even for him to decide to go away nick of time where that contract became possible. No right-thinking young man will ever take such a decision. But because he got that revelation, he was sure. He went and resigned and went to his village and took over the church. Today, 40 billion is not even the problem of the lead pastor of Africa Calvary Church today. Because he got a revelation, he was sure of what he had discovered. He discovered himself. Today is a blessing in millions of people. So that is how we can get a revelation that can transform our lives. Thank you very much.
This is wonderful, sir. I am blessed. I don't know, you that is watching me right now, I don't know if you are blessed. I am blessed. I don't even know what to say. See, if you must discover yourself, you have to be intentional. Yes. In all of this, you just have to be intentional about it. You have to realize yourself, like Daddy said, realize who you are. And afterward, think about things that gives you joy, things that you can do without stress.
Yes, I was coming to that.
Yes, things you can do without stress. That could be your line.
Exactly.
Of reality, or your line. What will make you great? What will make you successful in the future? But Daddy, you are an academia. And there is something I'm going to chip in. Yes, we need your help in that. You discover that most youth, most teenagers who goes to school. Recently, a lady was saying that, I don't know, I graduated 2 years ago. I just discovered I read the wrong course. I was like, what are you saying? I mean, you are a graduate now, but you just discovered
Spent all the years in school.
all the years, the 5 years in the university, only for you, after 2 years of being a graduate, you said you just discovered you read the wrong course. So many youths out there, just because they want to go to school, so many of them have passion for so many things, have passion for a particular thing. Maybe because that thing is not coming. The school presented a course that is available. You just jump into it. And now, after many years, you are telling yourself, oh, this is not what I planned to do at all. Daddy, please, I want you to advise the present youth, the teenagers, self-discovery in choosing a career for yourself.